Take it away.
I like it, Ross. Yeah, well, that's good. I like that. The difference is from the draft. You don't get any say or choice. The cool thing about this day is, people have to choose you, and I think that's really, that never gets old for me. So it's a great day for the Tigers, and again, always a blessing when a young man and his family say, hey, yeah, that's what I want to be a part of. I think that's really cool. That never gets old to me. I love that part of it, and I just love the process of seeing it through, and the development that comes with it. And we got a lot going on, man. Today is a day we're celebrating our graduates. I'm leaving here. We got a big brunch. We got graduation tomorrow, and so you got that group that's been through their journey, and now you got a day all on the same day. You're celebrating a bunch of new Tigers coming in, so it's a blessing, and it's just a group I'm super excited about getting started with. I think it's my 15th class, and the one thing I will say about the last 15 years, we've been incredibly consistent with graduation. We've been very, very consistent with winning. And we've been, I think, consistent in those areas because of our recruiting and, how we recruit and the young people that have come in here. So just, again, a fun day, a great day, a lot that goes into it. And really just, always appreciative of our staff. I know I'm the one that, comes in here and has to do the press conference and all that stuff, but listen, I just do my part. We have a huge operation. There's so much that goes into the recruiting process, from our student volunteers to our full-time staff, all the way up to Ty and Chanel and Jordan Sorrells and Josh Wall and Zach Fulmer. I mean, they just do an incredible job of managing our whole recruiting operation, not to mention the coaches and all that they have to do with the role that they fulfill. So it's a never-ending deal. Like, we're celebrating this day today, but we're on to the next class. I mean, it never ever stops. So it's something you got to enjoy, and I do enjoy it. I enjoy the relationships. I enjoy, the competitiveness of it. And because we take a lot of pride in Clemson and who we are, so it's again a fun day, and with the guys coming in mid-years for the mid-year, I think it'll be a very fun spring as well. But looking at the class, we've got 22 total signees. 15 of them are going to be mid-years, so I think that's really exciting. Several of those guys are going to meet us at the bowl. They changed that rule last year to where guys could come in and get some practice with you and come to the bowl with you the whole deal. Can't play, but can be a part of the process, and that's just really helpful because you go ahead and start getting some guys acclimated and start making the transition with them, and for some of these guys to be able to spend a little time, like Champ Thompson, for example, he's been here the last couple of days, and for him to have a few days or a week with Tyler Davis, I mean, that's pretty cool. To have an opportunity, a guy he's not going to be able to play with, but to be able to learn from a few days, I think is great. And of the 15 mid-years, 6 are on offense and 9 are on defense. And then Hoosier, I guess it's really 16 because Hoosier's coming in mid-year as well. So got 9 different states, Georgia, Florida, Texas, Maryland, South Carolina, Illinois, Virginia, North Carolina, and Tennessee. So I think that's my first signee from the state of Illinois, so added another guy there, or another state. So really, really cool. Position-wise, offensively, again, we got 8 guys, 1 running back, 4 offensive linemen, a tight end, and 2 receivers. And then defensively, we got 13 guys, 2 D tackles, 2 D ends, 3 linebackers, 3 safeties, and 3 corners, and then 1 kicker. So it's a really good group. A lot of these guys have won championships throughout their tenure, and I think that's, something that we always look at as far as where they're coming from. Specifically, the guys coming in, David Easy Azumame coming from North Cobb, Coach Shane Queen. We're really excited about David. He's a big back. I mean, this kid has got a ton of personality. He's a home run hitter. and just a perfect fit for this class. We were going to take one, and we feel like we got our guy, and he's been committed a long time. Receiver, we wanted to take two guys there. These guys have been committed. They came in to our visit last June. They've been committed ever since, and these are two of the top 10 receivers in the country. Two great players that really bring everything that we're looking for. And so Wesco's coming in mid-year, so he'll get a head start, and really excited about him and just, the versatility of his game. He can really do a lot of things. Same thing with TJ, man, just two ball hawks. They can go up and get it. They got length. They got speed. They've got change of direction. They got the ability to do a lot of things with the ball in their hands after the catch. So lot to like. TJ coming from Tampa Catholic, Coach Jarris McIntyre, and Bryant Wesco from Midlothian, Coach Doug Wendell. So really excited about this group there. And then tight end, man, I feel like Christian Bentoncourt has been committed for 10 years. I think he was the first commit in this class. And he committed to me really early, and he maybe announced like a month later or something like that. But man, this guy is special. He is a big-time playmaker. I really love what we have at our tight end position. Same thing at receiver and running back. Now these guys kind of coming and adding on to the group. We're in a good spot. But he's from Marion Central Catholic, Coach Liam Kerwin. He's from up where, if you ever seen you older guys in here, y'all have all seen Groundhog Day, right? And that's where he's from. He's from that little town. You go by a bunch of cornfields to get to his school, but he's out in the middle. You think of, Illinois, you think of, big city, but he's from out in the middle of nowhere. But that little town, Groundhog Day, where it was filmed, it's right there. It was kind of cool riding through it. There's Punxsutawney Phil right there. So neat experience recruiting him. And again, my first signee from Illinois. Man, just super excited about what we were able to do on the offensive line. Man, it just kind of came together, and just worked out in a great way. Ronan O'Connell from Page High School in Tennessee, Coach Charles Rathbone, he's been committed a long time, and we're really excited about Ronan. Big barrel-chested guy, thick, he's got a lot of versatility to his game. He is a tough kid, man, and I just love everything about him. He's been with us for a while. And then just, as things went out, we kind of started the season, saying, hey, we might take two, maybe three. And then obviously we had a couple guys that one had to give up football medically with John, and then we had a graduate that wanted to move on. So with the guys coming back, we ended up saying, hey, we want to try to find another center. And, man, we went and got a kid right here that we never took our eye off, but we weren't sure we were going to have a spot. And, man, Watson Young, I think he's going to be the first fourth-generation Tiger football player. I think that's really cool. His great-granddad played here. His granddad played here. His dad played here. And now this kid, and he was heading up to App, but really glad it worked out for him to be able to join us. And, a true center, man. He's played a lot of tackle as well, but he's going to be a center for us. And again, that just really proud of his development. I've had a chance to know him his entire life, literally. So I know he's going to be a guy that's going to be an outstanding Tiger for years to come. And then these last two guys, I think we really knocked it out of the park. And, just as far as what we needed. We needed guys that could play tackle and again, have some position flexibility, a lot like Jordan McFadden brought to us, a lot like Colin Sadler brings to us, a lot like Tristan Lee brings to us, some versatility in their game. And Elijah Thurman and Mason Wade, they bring that. These are two dirt bags, tough guys, man, just athletic, got good length, really in a good spot physically. And the best thing about these four linemen is they're all mid-years. So they're all going to have a chance to be here. So I'm really, really excited about them being on campus and joining us. Elijah from Bradwell Institute, Coach Deshaun Brock. He's a kid that that we battled hard. And again, you think Tremaine Ankrum, you think Jordan McFadden, you think maybe a little bigger, but that type of athlete can really, really run. He's got excellent length. He's a great player in space. Love his toughness. I just think this kid's got a chance to be a great, great player. And then same thing with Mason Wade. Mason Wade, was a guy that committed to Duke early. And he's from up at Loudoun Valley High School, Coach David Bishop up in Virginia. And he's a kid that was committed. Obviously, that situation changed. Recruiting opens back up. We were able to get back in on this kid. And his mom, ironically went to Clemson, and his uncle Andy, went to Clemson as well. And he was a kid that had been in our camp early, but he committed early to Duke. And man, you talk about he's the epitome of football. I mean, the guy has just developed every year. And you watch his tape, that's what I told him. First thing I said, this is a dirtbag right here. This guy he's a nice kid, but he is nasty on the football field. And again, long, he's got great work ethic. He's a grinder, incredibly smart. And so I just think we checked all the boxes and we were able to get what we need. And then with the guys, that we've got 7 starters coming back in the offensive line. Really, Linthicum, you kind of put him as 8 because he's going to have a chance to be the starter. He's got to go earn it this spring, but he'll have a chance. And you got Dietrich and Big Zach and Ian Reed and, Chap. And now all of a sudden we're able to get 4 guys. It just really gets us to a good spot where we need to be from a depth standpoint. And so I'm excited about it. This group of linemen rolling in here and what they bring, and all these guys offensively, I think will add on well because we got most everybody back. Just losing really Putnam up front from a starter standpoint, and we got 7 guys back that have started and won games for us. So excited about the group and the mix that we'll have there. Defensively, and Hoosier counted in this as our kicker, 9 mid-years, 14 total guys there. 2 DNs, Darian Mayo and Adam Kasai. Both these dudes are 6'7". Just absolute giants when you see them. Mayo was a kid that we recruited really hard for a long time. Knew a lot about him. He's up there at good counsel with Coach Stefanelli. And a school we got a lot of respect for. They do a tremendous job there. Obviously, Dorian O'Daniel came out of there. But, man, Darian is a high-level player. He's a guy that's got, I think, a bright future, had a great year this year. And then Adam Kasai was a kid that was committed to another school, and he's a neat story. He shows up at our camp, and not only did he came for 3 days. And I'll never forget taking the picture with him at the Rock. He told me at the Rock, I look at him when he comes in, and he said he was coming to get a scholarship offer to Clemson. And I said, well, okay, well, I'm going to be here every day, so we'll see what happens. And, he was here for 3 days. He's playing the game. He didn't miss anything. And he really won us over in camp. He's got long-range potential in that, the kid was a quarterback. He's played tight end, and they kind of move him to DN late. So he's kind of a late-blooming guy. But he's got what you can't coach. He can really run. He can bend. He's athletic, but he's 6'7". And I have no idea how big this guy's going to be, but I'm really excited about his potential and what he brings. He's a perfect guy to come in with this class with the current roster that we have. So can't wait to get him going. He's a mid-year, and he'll be here, and he's going to need it because it's going to be fun to watch him develop between now and August. And then Darian will come in the summer. But Adams from Heritage High School down in Florida, Coach Mikael Benson. And then D-tackle, we got Heaven Brown, Schuler, and Champ Thompson, two of my favorite kids that I've ever recruited. Just two great families and just great kids in the whole recruiting process that I've been a part of. Heaven is from Pace Academy with Coach Nick Bach, and Champ is from Gainesville High School from one of my old Alabama teammates and Coach Josh Niblett, longtime Hoover coach over there at Gainesville now. But last guy we got out of Gainesville was pretty good. So I'm excited about Champ coming in here. And that's 2 pretty good names, Heaven and Champ. That's 2 pretty good names there for the D tackles. And just glad to have them be a part of it. Champ's already here and started practice, and Heaven will join us this summer. But these are two big, strong, athletic, dynamic players, and with big personalities, and just so much more than football players. I mean, they're elite players, but it's two great young men. And then at linebacker, man, it really came together well. This was a position we considered maybe taking a portal guy if Barrett had left, but with Barrett coming back, we had Sammy, we had Woodaz, so we needed another guy. And with Barrett coming back, we really wanted to take another high school kid. And I'm gonna tell you, man, this Cooper Taylor guy, he's just an example of what the portal's doing to high school recruiting. Honestly, a few years ago, this had been a kid we wouldn't have been able to get. He would have been committed to somewhere already. This guy is, a really, really good player. He's got great size and length, and he's a guy that's gotten better every year. And what he did this year, he was at a small school, then he transferred into good counsel, and what he's done this year, this kid played really, really well. And we think he's got a lot of great days ahead of him. So excited about just who he is. He was really just the perfect fit for us. So he came in this past weekend and wanted to be a Tiger, and just excited about him and his family. Crazy thing too, his uncle lives in Greenville and went to school here at Clemson. So really just neat family, and good fit for us. Sammy Brown from Jefferson High School, Coach Travis Nolan, he's a mid-year. Drew Woodaz from Jesuit, Coach Matt Thompson, he will not be. And then Cooper Taylor, he's Mayo's teammate with Coach Stefanelli up there. He's not a mid-year as well. So Sammy's the one mid-year, and everybody knows a lot about Sammy Brown, from Jefferson High School there with Coach Travis Nolan. Unbelievable program, and this is a kid that we've really recruited since he was a kid. We were recruiting him before we even knew we were recruiting him. He's been coming to the youth camp. Great story there. His mom's got a video of me, I guess, when he was a little kid, 5th grade, 6th grade, I don't know, but he had left his book bag or something. So, we try to help them guys have a little responsibility, and so we had to come up, whose book bag, and some little kid shows up, and all right, well, you got 10 up downs, 1, 2, get your book bag back, and his mom's got that on video. So that's pretty cool. You never know who you're coaching out here in these camps, and this kid turns into the best linebacker in high school football. Now, obviously won the high school Buckus Award, which is really, really cool. So just super excited about Sammy. I mean, he's a dude. We all know that. This guy's a powerlifting champ, a wrestling champ. Rushes the ball. He never comes off the field hardly, and just unbelievable family. His dad is Mike is one of the coaches there, and so just super excited to finally get started with him and to plug him in. And I think it's a blessing that Barrett is back, and he's got a chance to really have a guy like Barrett Carter to mentor with for over this next year. I think it'll be very beneficial to him. And same thing with Drew Woodaz. I mean, this Woodaz family, this is a tough family. And man, he's got a sister that plays college athletics. She might be the toughest one in the family. And now you got, obviously Wade and now Drew. They say Drew's the best athlete of all of them. We will see when he gets here. No pressure, Drew. But we're really excited. I mean, just another great addition to that room, and proud of the job that Wes has done in putting it together the way he wanted to put it together, and with the intangibles and the different abilities that he has in the room for the positions that we need to be played there. So great group. Corners, we got Tavoy Fagan, Corian Gibson, and Ashton Hampton. Tavoy is Carrollwood Day School. Coach Marshall McDuffie, and unbelievable school down there in Tampa, Florida. Great coaching, great preparation. Tavoy is a mid-year. I actually coached his dad. His dad played for me at Alabama, Michael Fagan. So, again, just that's what this game does. It's about relationships. But he is a great player. He's got length. He's got, great technique at this stage of his career, his technique, his fundamentals, his knowledge of the game. He's very advanced when it comes to all that stuff. And he's dynamic. I mean, he's a returner. He does a little bit of everything. So just super excited about Tavoy. And, again, him being able to get on in here and get started. And then Corey and Gibson, Lancaster High School, Coach Leon Paul. Had a chance to go out there. Man, what a great school, great coach. I mean, it's easy to see going out there and spending some time with Coach Paul why Corian was drawn to Clemson. It's really easy to see. And so this is a kid, same thing, could have gone anywhere he wanted to go. He did have an injury this year, but he's doing very, very well with his rehab on that. He'll be coming in mid-year, and just a long, competitive, fast, athlete on that back end that can do a lot of things. This kid can play anywhere in the secondary, great length at corner. So I'm just really, really excited. The thing I love about him, he's got a mindset. He really has the mentality that you want to see early on too. So I just think we've knocked it out of the park with those two guys. And then Ashton Hampton from Florida State University School, Coach Jared Hickman. His dad is a college head coach. His dad, this is a kid that's been around this his whole life. I mean, you can't ever have a guy more prepared than Ashton Hampton. And I would say the same thing about him, and that's why, Coach Reed, same thing I just said about Wes. What a great job he's done in putting the group together, putting the room together with all the different things you look for, especially in today's offensive football. Ashton, those of you who've seen him, he can do anything. I mean, this guy, I mean, he is long. I mean, like a giant, and can play corner. He can play nickel. He can play strong. He can play free. You can play him. I mean, he's a freaky type of athlete, but again, just really, really advanced from a football standpoint. He's player of the year down there. I mean, he's a great basketball player. There's really nothing he can't do. Very, very smart kid. So, I mean, it would be hard to find three better guys that really fit what we need than these three. Just everything, all the intangibles, and it's easy to see, again, why they chose Clemson. And we're just really excited about what they're bringing here and can't wait to get started with them. Ashton will get here this summer. And then at safety, we took Noah Dixon, Ricardo Jones, and Joe Wilkinson. Noah's been committed quite a while. He's from down there at Troup County. Coach Glisson, what a great job he does down there with that program. Noah's, he just made, I think they do one all-state team with all 7 classifications. And, you see Noah Dixon on there. I mean, this kid's a baller. He's a track guy. He's a big physical kid. He is unbelievable, just maturity, high character. His mom is amazing. He comes from, he's got a bunch of siblings, and they've all been to college. They're doctors and all kind of, it's amazing, what his mom's been able to do in raising all of them. And this kid, Noah is got a bright future, so same thing, can do a lot of things, and he's a guy that will be a mid-year, so he'll be here. Ricardo Jones, same thing. You think about Ricardo Jones, man, you better, these last two guys, him and Joe, you better have your head on a swivel. Man, these two guys are tough. Everybody's going to want to know where they are. If you play offense, you better know where these guys are. These are two guys that will flat out bring the wood. Ricardo is, from Peach County, Coach Marquise Westbrook. He is a mid-year as well. He'll be down at the bowl site with us. Just an outstanding young player, tough, physical, got an edge to his game that you love to see on that defensive side. And then same thing, Joe Wilkinson is a guy from Rome High School, Coach Reed, we know well. We've had a chance to watch this kid for the last 2 years. And again, honestly, we weren't sure we were going to take another safety. And we felt really good about where we were. And with one of our players moving on, we said, you know what, maybe we take the best guy out there. And we've just watched him for the last 2 years, obviously recruiting Steph Island. We spent a lot of time down there in Rome. Coach Reed, this is as good a football as there is in the state of Georgia. This is a tough place, and this kid's the player of the year. And he is, all you got to do is watch his tape. And it's easy to see why we like him. I mean, this guy can flat out play the game of football. He's always available. He's got great special teams impactful plays as well. But he is going to be he'll be a fun guy to watch develop, and just really glad it worked out. He was actually heading off to App State as well, and again, if it wasn't for the portal, we probably wouldn't have a chance to get this kid at this point. So just excited about how the class has come together for sure.